My lats and my chest already got a crazy pump in them, right? As you keep pumping blood, like I said, those type 1 fibers are going to get more and more exhausted, and you're going to start calling upon those type 2 fibers. Granted, though, each set gets a little bit easier, right? You're cutting volume off as you go down. So you're going to get muscle building stimulus out of this, but again, what is going on YouTube? You're back with the Prez. Friday in the park for the last workout of the week. I dropped a lot of videos last week, right? So obviously you're seeing this a week after or the following week of me doing the routine, right? And all of last week I kind of kept it pretty much moderate style of training, right? My body was recovering from the 100 pull-ups a day all of the month of March, and now I started introducing handstand push-ups, right? And I said it in a few videos previously. For the entire month of April now, I'm doing handstand push-ups every single day. Each week, I'm going to be increasing the volume. For this whole first week, I've been doing 20 reps a day, which I'm going to run until Sunday. Once Monday comes next week, I'll be upping that to probably 30 reps a day, depending how I'm feeling, right? Because the first couple days, I was feeling a little sore in the shoulders from all the vertical pulling and then going into the horizontal pushing to the handstands, right? But again, it's a good balance, but it's a lot on the shoulder joint itself, right? But now my shoulder's starting to adapt to it. So today's workout is going to be high volume. It's going to be more of a recovery workout where I'm doing very easy movements. I also talked a lot about in videos last week the difference between high rep training versus low rep training for the purpose of building muscle. Now today I'm not looking for a muscle building stimulus today. That's not the point of my workout. My workout today is more volume for recovery, easier movements, pumping blood, looking for a pump, looking for that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy benefits, right? Which you still do get some muscle building benefits for it, but it's not optimal for building muscle like it is when you're going to failure with heavier loads, right? So all body weight work today. I'm not going to film the whole thing. So it's going to be 20 total rounds. We're going to be pyramiding down with a push-pull superset. And in between, like I said, every day for this whole week after the 100 pull-ups for March, I've been doing 5 minutes of accumulated dead hangs, right? So I'm not doing a 5-minute dead hang straight. I'm doing minute holds and 30-second holds until I accumulate 5 minutes. So I'll throw some sets in of that also. You might see some handstands. But let's get to the working sets. Let's go. All right, guys. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be supersetting body weight rows, a very easy variation, right? My feet are going to be anchored like this. So I'm going to be on a high angle, right? Not a hard variation. And I'm going to superset them with 20 push-ups on the middle bar. Not even going to be doing them on the low bar today. Again, I actually hit some chest work yesterday, which you would have saw in a video dropped last week when I was talking about the differences between high rep training and low rep training, right? What builds better, what's a better muscle building stimulus, right? So go check all those videos that I dropped out last week, guys. Let's get to it. 20 here. Like I said, you're going to get a crazy pump. Eventually the sets are going to get pretty hard. Once the reps get hard, that's when you really start to engage those type 2 fibers, then you get those muscle building stimulus. So the faster I would do this, if I do this very fast and go 20, 20, 19, 19, the rows and the push-ups are going to eventually get very hard, right? Where I would have exhausted the type 1 fibers and I would be solely working on type 2 fibers, right? But I'm not going for that high of intensity endurance work today. It's just sets, probably a minute, 2-minute breaks in between for now. As the reps get lower, shorter breaks. here I'm just throwing in a 1 minute dead hang in between the sets. Like I said, I'm accumulating 5 minutes of dead hangs every day for this first week of April up until Sunday, right? That's my recuperative work from all the vertical pulling and starting to do the handstand push-ups, right? So a lot of vertical pushing. So this is just really healthy overall for the shoulders, the back, everything. Guys, this is 16, so I'm basically going to be filming every other set, so you're going to see 10 total sets today. Now, like I said, this is not the most efficient way of building muscle, but right now, so I did 20, 19, 18, 17 already, so this is the 5th set. My lats and my chest already got a crazy pump in them, right? As you keep pumping blood, like I said, those type 1 fibers are going to get more and more exhausted, and you're going to start calling upon those type 2 fibers. Granted, though, each set gets a little bit easier, right? You're cutting volume off as you go down. So you're going to get muscle building stimulus out of this, but again, I'm going to be doing a total of 210 rows and 210 push-ups, right? Let's say out of the 210 each, maybe 50 of them are going to be effective towards building muscle. Nothing wrong with that, but again, you're just doing a lot more volume. But this type of routine is very good at building overall strength endurance, right? And push-pull endurance, right? Great for calisthenic overall functionality, to be a well-rounded athlete, and just to be more well-rounded in general. And like I said in my previous videos when I was talking about high reps and low reps, I chose low reps as being more efficient for building muscle, but I always like to do high reps better, right? I prefer to do them, but I also know the benefit of blending different routines, and right, that's why I'm not one to stick to a rut of something. You don't see me just anymore sticking to just high rep training or low rep. One day I do high rep, one day I do low rep, right? I like to blend it to be well-rounded. I'm not looking to be the best at anything right now. I'm just looking to be, again, the best well-rounded. So, 16s now, and I'm switching up the grip. We're going wide grip. Wide grip on both here, guys. Pump is crazy. Here I'm just knocking off some handstand reps. I think I said this gets me to 8 or 12 after this set for the day. 20 total every day for this first week of April. Get a crazy bicep pump off this too. One leg up action now. We did left leg up last set. Gonna cause a little more core stability. All right, guys, I just did 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. All in one clip, back to back to back, simultaneously, right? Now I'm gonna film for you the last 4 rounds. Those are gonna be 8, 6, 4, 2. Remember, it was still a total of 20 rounds, 20 to 1, 210 reps of everything, right? So 8, 6, 4, 2. We're gonna run it back and forth right now, guys. Let's start with the wide grips. Close grip. You see, this is where you kind of lose that muscle building stimulus, right? As the reps get so easy, 10 down, you really don't ever get to the point where you reach exhaustion in the type 1 fibers. Again, still great for building that endurance, especially when you're running it back and forth as quick as you can like this. You're still gonna get those strength endurance benefits. Not ideal for muscle building, but good for shredding, good for sculpting. Let's go, 4s and 2s. Let's stay wide grip for the rest. Now again, I could have did 4, 2, 1 clip. Walking back and forth, again, it's more movement, a little bit more cardiovascular work. Alright guys, that's a wrap for routine. Like I said, today was more a recovery type of routine, just throwing in some movement patterns that we didn't really train so much during the past week, and again, getting in some high volume rowing to again compensate for all the high volume vertical pulling that we did back in March, right? Now again, I still got my handstand push-ups to finish, and I still got another 2.5 minutes of dead hangs to finish for the day, which are gonna make me 5 minutes, right? So, still got more handstand push-ups that'll be done throughout the day. Hangs, we'll finish them now. I'm not gonna film them. But like always, guys, if you have a question or comment, leave it in the comment section. I'll always get back to you guys. I appreciate all support. Like the video, it helps algorithm out. Share with your friends and your family. You know, if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Peace out. Barnaturals.
No sad story, I ain't here for a symphony, no sympathy. When I was on the bench, you wouldn't sit with me. Now I'm on the court and I'm balling, my time's coming.